All right, we're now live.
Wait, John said no.
Oh, what? Oh, shit, I didn't hear that.
Jesus, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Everyone said yes on top of you. I didn't hear you say no. Crap.
No, it's fine.
Are we ready to go live? No. Yes. Yes. Up. 2 votes for yes.
Yeah, fuck you, John. Doing it live.
Yeah, doing it Bill O'Reilly style. We're fucking me and doing it live. I was just gonna ask if you guys, once the show's over, let's not immediately scram. I was gonna see if you guys want to record a VGM Fight Club promo after the show.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Because I got a new episode coming out soon, and you guys are part of my inner circle, baby. So need to record a little something.
Okay.
Right.
But that's all for after the show.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
GTT After Dark.
Can we
No,
say fuck?
I
Can we
don't
whip
know,
our dicks out?
honestly. Yeah, the VGM Fight Club, I'm not really sure. It exists in this like weird nebulous realm. Like the first time I fucking put together a playlist for it, my bonus tune was it was like a Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre remix, and it was completely explicit, and it seemed to catch the guy off guard. But then also like Alex, who I was competing against, he chose some angry video game nerd song called like Future Fuckballs.
Yeah, that sounds like AVGN, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
What a shitload of fuck.
And so like, but in presenting it, Daryl, the guy.
He left.
Uh-oh. Crap.
Fuck. He's important.
Yeah.
Now what do we do? Oh God.
What an understatement.
The PTA is disbanded. Ah!
Well,
I miss John.
John's not going first, right?
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, Grim
Okay,
can take his spot.
let's,
Holy shit. Technical difficulties.
yeah. So what's poppin', chat? How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Guys, you guys having a good time? You guys playing any video games lately? Oh, John says he's here and he can hear all of us. John, we can't
That's
see you or hear
weird.
you.
Yeah, I think you do need to restart.
Yeah, I would restart.
But hey Johnny, I'd just like to say I really, and I think I speak for the rest of the GTT radio, we really dig the game request and composer request functions.
Yeah, those are fun commands.
Those are fantastic.
I need to fix an issue with the game mode where it's not matching on Pokemon anymore.
Oh no.
Like it's looking for the accented. I could have sworn I was taking the like input and running it through the unaccent function, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing it on the game title too, or something like that. I'll figure it out. We'll get it straightened out.
But yeah, it's great because sometimes I want to hear a song from a game, but I don't know the name of the song, and then when I look at the names of the song, I'm like, well, what if I picked the wrong one? Then people are going to think I'm an idiot. So if I just let the computer pick, then I can be like, hey, look, wasn't my fault that they picked the worst song in the game. It's Johnny's programming.
Yeah, no, I totally get that because there are times when I show up and I was like, I just want to hear Sonic Mania. I don't really care what song it is. I just want to hear it. And so I'll just do like, oh yeah, SR Sonic Mania. But of course, that's always going to pick the same song because like each request basically has like one really good match to it, right? So you just type in Sonic Mania, is always going to get the same result. So yeah, being able to do the game request type of Sonic Mania, just having to pick one at random. And yeah, composer request is kind of cool. I need to tweak that a little bit better, because that one is it's doing like a substring match. And I did it that way because a lot of our songs have multiple composers. So if you just type in Kuzo, it'll, or Kuzo. If you type in Yuzo, if you type in Kuzo, it might match somebody. But yeah, if you type in Yuzo, it'll match any Yuzo song. You don't have to actually type in the full name.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So if you just do Tim?
Yeah, you could just do Tim and probably match Tim Fallen or another Tim.
Tim Hayabusa.
I'm sure there's another Tim in there.
Yeah. Oh, man, I want to find out.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, technically I should split those out and have a separate table and, get everything linked and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, fuck it. Like, because we basically have one massive, like a little pink behind the curtain. We basically have one massive table in a database of like songs, and it has the song title and the album, and then I do like a full text search of like all the other fields, like that gets thrown in there too. And so it makes sense that one song is only ever going to have one album that is part of. So that could just be, so basically you're really supposed to avoid data duplication, right? So in theory, I should really have a database of albums and songs have a link to an entry in that database rather than just saying what album they're in. It'd be like, oh, I'm part of album number 1, and you have to go look up what album number 1 is. I should really do that with the composers because that's a song can have multiple composers, right? It's a complicated relationship. So I should really, it's not just like a one-to-one thing. So I should really have it be like a linked table, but fuck all that. I'm just like just one massive table, song, artist, title, off I go.
It seems like it's working so far. So
yeah, it's working fine.
Cool.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I've worked on a fun new project too with trying to get the radio going in Discord again.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And that one definitely got a little out of hand.
Really?
So I really enjoy writing all our radio stuff in Lua. And it's a programming language. I like it. And the one issue with it though is that sometimes there's not a lot of what's it called? Like libraries to use things. So I start to write a Discord, library for interacting with Discord and Lua, and I get to the part for sending audio, and it's like, oh, you need to encrypt your audio and send to Lua. So I'm like, okay. So then I go start writing like an audio encryption, like doodad, and like that took me like 3 months, just to send the goddamn audio. But that's done. That's finally done. So that'll be cool.
Sounds good.
Oh my God, John, where is he? Hope he's okay.
David Vamp.
I'm sorry?
I said David Vamp.
Oh, I thought you said David Vape. I was like, I've never smoked anything before.
No, Vamp.
Are we looking at like sexy vamp? Are we looking at blood-sucking vamp? Like, what kind of vamp are we doing here?
Like, do like a mix of both and like kind of like go in and out,
I mean, if I'm going to vamp, I'm already out, so.
Okay.
I don't know what I should be doing right now.
Like, isn't vamping when you just like talk to kill time?
You get everyone, just getting everyone pumped up, vamp them up.
See, when you said vamp, I thought you meant like prance or like
No.
walk around all sexy rock star like. It's like,
That'd
what?
be
I'm
like-
very confused.
Well,
Vogue.
I mean, that is what, like, if a rock star was vamping for the concert, right? That's what they'd be. Well, no, usually somebody else vamps for them. They don't, come out, once they come out on stage, the show starts usually.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with vamp.
You don't remember hearing that leaked tape of Britney Spears years ago being like, when are we going to fucking vamp? Like, before a show, her getting pissed because, like, they fucked up, the getting everybody pumped part. At the time, everyone was like, oh, what a jerk. But, like, looking back, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, she was right. Like, they fucked up.
Well, I mean, also, like, a lot of things about Britney Spears in retrospect. Oof. No, I always thought that was hyping, not vamping.
I've heard it on podcasts before where like they'll have like technical difficulties, and the other guy will be like, "Hey, just vamp for a minute." And I promise it's not our show. I know I mentioned technical difficulties, but
No, I just like when I hear vamp, I think like 1940s pinup sexy jazz singer, smoky lounge type mood. You know, you're vamping it up. Which again, I could do. I would have to change out of like my jeans and t-shirt and, you know, slip into an evening gown, but I could probably do it.
But when I said it though, I was meaning more of the like kill time, like filibuster. I guess that would be a more of a appropriate term.
So it turns out John's computer decided to install updates.
Oh boy.
I do like that in the chat, John mentioned that he was pissed. However, hang on, let me actually pull it up. I'm so pissed. Not David levels of pissed, but quite pissed. It's like, yeah, I don't know that anyone could get to like my level of pissed.
He's not ready to quit the rest of the show and have you be replaced by Grim yet.
Well, no, David gets pissed. David, you said to get pissed at the computer. Like, I feel like that David level pissed would be like just smashing the laptop. That's what
I was gonna say. Yeah, David level of pissed is when you're so angry at a technical difficulty that you further break the device.
Like, it's a good thing, David, you've got a desktop. It's very hard to punch those. You can't break
I
them
do
as
have to be
easily.
very careful because it's so near my feet that like sometimes I accidentally bump into it. It's like, oh god, I should not kick this.
No.
Yeah, when I had laptops,
Did you kick those?
no,
Drop kick
but
them?
Yeah.
I came close. Yeah, I have anger issues. I'm much better than I used to be.
The important thing to remember is the computer doesn't care how upset you get, man. Computer doesn't give a shit. Doesn't do anybody any good to get upset at the computer. It's just gonna keep being a jerk.
You saw Age of Ultron, didn't you?
Are you talking to me or Johnny? Because like obviously I saw Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
There's no point in getting upset at James Spader. He's just gonna do what he does. Yeah. He doesn't care what you think.
Robert California is on the loose.
I mean, you can be pissed at him all that you want, but he's still going to make Elizabeth Olsen. He's still going to give her superpowers. He's still going to give Aaron Taylor Johnson superpowers.
Who?
And not Evan Peters.
Oh, okay.
You guys been and we'll keep this spoiler free, but you guys been watching WandaVision?
Yeah, it's good.
Yes.
My one complaint is that it only comes out once a week.
Yeah. It's that old TV model where
Yeah.
you have to have something to live for.
Well, that's what amazed me. So many people were like, oh, this is bullshit. I can't believe I have to wait. It's like, that's how television worked for damn near 70 years.
Yeah, but television wasn't very good for a long time. That's the thing.
Also-
now it's really good.
Also, if you missed it, you might not see it ever again either. So at least now, if you do miss it, you can just watch it the next morning.
Yeah. It is kind of interesting to see because originally, like, because television and syndication and all that, like, all the episodes had to be self-contained stories. Like, very, very rarely did you see like long-running story arcs in TV just because you never know when people were gonna see them. But then with streaming and especially with like DVD collections of shows, like more shows could do that, and like Battlestar Galactica and Lost and all that kind of stuff. And it's really interesting now to see WandaVision go the episode style because they're still doing the giant like season-long story, but you still have to wait. You can't just sit down and binge through it. And it's interesting to see like the old model applied to the new storytelling.
I think it's cool too because, like, you know, let's take Stranger Things for example. That comes out, everyone's talking about it for like a week, and then everyone's already watched it, so they stop talking about it. But like WandaVision, Mandalorian, every week you're like, hey, did you see that? Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
Next week, holy shit, did you see that guy show up? Oh, hey, did you see when this guy's head was, you're like, every week you're talking about this show.
Yeah, that's the thing I like about. That's one thing I do like about weekly TV shows is you kind of have that sense of community of the people that are watching it together. Like Mr. Robot was like, my God, after every episode of Mr. Robot, I mean, the first thing you do is you go on Reddit and you find some great new shit posts, and same thing with WandaVision. WandaVision comes out, you watch it, go and like talk about it with people. Whereas like with the whole season model, like you're saying, Jesse, it's like basically what tends to happen is it comes out, I'm like, I gotta stay off this part of the internet for a few days, and then I watch it like after a few days, and I come back and like everyone's already moved on, and it's just not quite the same.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love, like, that was my favorite part of watching Mr. Robot. Wasn't actually watching Mr. Robot. It was like, all right, time to go to Reddit. Let's find some great stupid shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things that I like about WandaVision is every time I would leave the movie theater, after watching a Marvel movie, like my wife and I would come home and then I'd hop on the internet and I would check like Reddit and forums and whatnot and just see like the theories and the Easter eggs and the things I didn't miss. And now I get to do that every single week.
And new memes for all of it every week too. It's like good.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's kind of a good evolution, de-evolution, or whatever you would call it.
Yeah, I think it's they tried the whole season at a time thing. I think for some shows it makes sense, but if you have a really good show, you can do the weekly thing. It'd keep you hooked. Because I think some shows like, say, Orange is the New Black, only work when they do the whole season at a time. Because honestly, most of the episodes aren't that great. And
Yeah, you want to get it over with.
so you just kind of like, but like they're just interesting enough to keep it going. But if you had to wait a week, you'd be like, I'll wait till all comes out at the end, I guess, and just watch it.
Well, and that's another weird thing, and I'm not sure if it's because WandaVision like is being spread out, or if because every episode, like by design, every episode is so distinct because they're going through like different periods of sitcoms. But I remember watching an entire season of Orange is the New Black and then trying to pick out like what happened in specific episodes. And I couldn't, like everything just blended all together at once because I sat down and watched everything all together. So it's like I couldn't go back to find a specific episode. Like if I wanted to go to like one of the characters' backstories, because I always flash back in ones, like I had no idea what episode it was.
All right, guys. I think so. John says his computer's been restarting for 12 minutes, and it's time. I think we got to make a call. Should we?
Man.
Should we bring in someone to guest host?
I mean, we can. Would it be like for the whole show or until John gets his stuff together, or
Yeah, maybe both.
okay? Sure, why not?
All right, let's see if we can get Grim on the show.
Let's put out the call.
She knows where all our shit is and how to get it on.
Oh wait, we're calling Grim to get on the show? Hang on, I'm gonna get something to drink real fast.
Yeah, go get your cologne on and. Oh man, Maki Ito. Y'all, if you guys need a new wrestling waifu, you gotta check out Maki Ito. She is the goddess of love and piss. She told Jim Cornette that she is a shit deity. She's real fun. She's Japanese and she learns all sorts of fun English words. Like following her on Twitter is a delight. One day she tweeted, she's like, "Today I learned the word cuck," and so she's pretty good. So everyone look up Maki Ito.
So what to say? Are we still talking about Grim?
No, Yeah. She could also be the goddess of love and piss, you know.
All right.
Get do some Grim that tune. She... And then
Has to.
and she's gonna use John's music.
John, make sure you let Grim know what your music is.
Give her a quick.
I think maybe we should change the order, and I shouldn't go last. John should now go last, just in
In
case.
case he gets on. That's a good idea. Oh man, installing updates. That's one thing. That's one thing so frustrating about Windows, man. Is
I know.
and Mac OS does it too now. Everybody does it. It's
They really should.
Except for
update-
Linux, am I right?
Linux. You usually get to choose when it happens, and the reason is that the people that are going to use Linux are probably going to stay on top of getting their updates. Like the reason they do is because so many people like just never fucking update, right? So they're like, they just make it happen because for a lot of people they would literally never update if it just didn't make it. Unfortunately, it picks terrible times to do it. So yeah, just chill off for a second, guys. Oh, we got Grim on the show.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus
Now
Christ.
have confirmation.
I heard y'all fuckers were talking shit.
We finally have confirmation that Grim and David are not the same person.
Just gonna say,
Oh,
we
wait.
have confirmation, or we have confirmation that Johnny is a whiz at coding and video editing.
I am entirely a deep fake.
Wait, is Grim a VTuber?
Yes, I'm not sure what that is, but yes.
You know the people that they Twitch stream, but they're like an anime 3D person instead of a real person.
Oh, I didn't know that was a
It's
thing.
like
Yeah.
it's like Hatsune Miku except Twitch.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, are you ready to start
Yes.
recording and start the goddamn show?
Jesus fucking Christ, please.
Grim, are you ready for the 5 count?
Let's do it. I'm here to have a good fucking time.
All right, here we go,
Yeah,
everybody. Get ready for that clap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh, hell yeah, everybody. How's it going? This is Game That Tune, the video game music game show podcast. What we do every week is we get together, we pick a theme, we pick music from games from that theme, play some songs, try to guess each other's games. I'm going to be, I guess, kind of the main host tonight, John Regan. We have with us, as always, David Fleming. David, say hey.
Yeah, it suddenly occurred to me, like, as the music was ending, like, oh, fuck, John's always the one who does the intro. Hey.
And we have Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
And we have special guest tonight from our Discord, Grimmery. Grim, say hey.
Well, howdy.
Yeah, tonight, John was having some technical difficulties at the last minute, so we swapped in Grim. Hopefully it goes okay. We'll see what happens. So, yeah. If this is your first time watching Game That Tune, I'm realizing now I already described what our show is, but we pick a theme, and last week I won. So guys, what did I pick for our theme this week?
Why are you asking us?
Yeah, it's your theme.
Yeah, well, technically it's not really my theme. I won out of a courtesy, a formality, because every 26 episodes we do a redo episode. So
That is part of the law of Game That Tune. Johnny wins when we already have a theme chosen.
yeah, when the wins don't matter, Johnny wins.
He would
So,
be perfect for Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah. So we've got some great games lined up tonight, some classics that we've covered on the show before. Hopefully we'll be hearing some new songs from those classics and talking about them and having a good time. So without further ado, I think we're ready to start the show.
Game 1.
Life can be hard, it can be bitter, but we can make it oh so sweet. Here at the Honey Bee, in every moment is a treat. Stand up and cast your fears aside. Stand up and bare your soul with pride. Stand up and cast your fears aside. Stand up and bare your soul with pride. Let's get this party started. Shake it, twist it like you don't care. No need to hesitate. Start yourself, let 'em stare. Doesn't matter if you're different or if you're break from the norm. When you're on the stage with us, you've got to dance at the start.
All right. All right, let's see. Crap. I had wrong page. All right, so this game, the main villain is voiced by Tyler Hoechlin, who has played Superman, which is funny because this character has also been voiced in other media by George Newbern, who has also been the voice of Superman. Well. Let's see what you guys got. Let's get that hat trick ready. Oh, yep. Everyone says Final Fantasy VII Remake. That was
Wait,
very
Grim,
easy.
can you pull your answer back up? I feel like there was more to that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh,
It's
it's a big uncircumcised penis that's sleeping and has a Buster Sword. That is pretty amazing.
I drew the sleepy penis during the second song, and then had the Buster Sword was a last minute addition.
So I want to know where you set the camera up in my room. That looks awfully familiar.
Secrets. can't reveal all.
Okay.
I want to know, why is the penis sleeping?
Because it was sleepy music at in the middle. It was all
Okay.
sleepy, so
Well, I
the
was just
penis fell
wondering, like,
asleep.
Is sleep a status in Final Fantasy VII Remake?
It is, and it's annoying
Okay.
as piss because you can't.
How
do
dare
shit.
you segue into actual video game talk?
I was asking a legitimate question because I know that I know you can fall asleep in Dragon Quest, and I know that Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy are very, very different in many ways. So I am unfamiliar with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
So in Final Fantasy VII Remake, did they add the ability for penises specifically to fall asleep? Because before it was just the whole character, I'm pretty sure. But based on your drawing, I'm pretty sure now that like just the dick can fall asleep, right? Is that a thing?
No, in this one, you're thinking of Cyberpunk.
That is
That's-
what I'm thinking of.
That's the game where dicks fall asleep. So much so that cars explode and randomly. So that's great. John, are you back with us? No, he's
Nope.
not. Anyways,
Shit.
it sucks because like he played this recently. He's been playing this game too. I just finished it. Have y'all played this? Grim, have you played it?
I played a portion. I got to the second CD in the original, and then I lost whatever vehicle could go both in water and on land. So I was trapped on one continent, and I was like, I'm not figuring this out. So that's all of my Final Fantasy VII knowledge.
Well, you've played more story. Well, technically, you've played further in the story than remake covers. So,
See, that's something that I was really confused about. So I know Final Fantasy VII spread across like 4 CDs because it was
3.
the 90s. Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, but it only covers part of the.
I mean, it covers part of the first. So like in the original game, you're in Midgar for like maybe 6-7 hours tops of the story, and then you leave the city and start going out across the world and stuff. This game, you leave Midgar, and I think I was up to the 50-hour mark. So it's just fascinating how they were able to stretch that in such a way that didn't make you go, man, I've been playing this for a long ass time, and in the original it only was 5 hours. Fuck. But no,
So did Square Enix literally go, everyone wants us to remake this game, it's gonna take so long to remake it, fuck it, we'll just do the first part, have that, and then we'll keep working on it?
so it's weird because I believe they started remaking this game, and then they just stopped, and then they just scrapped it and started completely over. And the way this game is, I don't know how spoilery we want to get. I know Johnny doesn't care about spoilers. David,
I mean, came out in what, 798? Like, yeah, statute of limitations, it's fine.
So the thing about Final Fantasy VII Remake is they take the word remake very like there's 2 different ways you could consider the remake. Like the remake as in, yeah, we're remaking the game, but they're also remaking like decisions in the game. So like there's stuff that happens in this game and you're like, wait, that's not supposed to happen in the original, and like things start happening different than they did, and uh, there's maybe other timelines intertwining with each other, and it gets fucking weird as shit. And like basically they're opening up for the next games to just be fucking bonkers. And they don't even have to stick to the okay, so the first game is the first disc, and so I guess the next disc is like they could just be one other game. I don't know. John, are you back for good? Okay, I guess he's not. So
I'm here, man. I'm just
oh,
trying
okay.
to make my entrance, make it dramatic, man. Embrace me.
Well, see what happened was my summon meter started to go up, and then I used my ATB gauge, and since John is a very powerful summon, I had to use 2 bars of my ATB gauge. But luckily, I had my first strike materia on, so
Right.
I started the battle with like half a bar, and so I
Mhm.
just summoned John. So say hi, John.
You weren't by chance talking Final Fantasy VII Remake spoilers, were you, Jesse?
I hadn't gotten to them yet.
That's good. I haven't gotten to them either yet.
I was just saying how things are like different in this game than in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, okay. Well, you can talk about that because I didn't play the original Final Fantasy VII, so I don't know how it's
Yeah.
different. And I don't care. I'm just enjoying this game.
Isn't
I
it
know
good?
that
It's really good.
I was
David?
gonna say like no, because we were talking about Final Fantasy VII remake spoilers. Like I don't want to ruin anything for anybody, especially not you, John. But I hope you don't get attached to Aerith. That's all I'm gonna say.
God
Like-
damn.
Well, I mean,
That's the thing. I'm kind of I'm not sure that really applies to this remake.
no.
One, because that part of the story doesn't come up, but two, because of that thing Jesse's been talking about.
Yeah, that might not even fucking happen.
Might not happen, dude.
Yeah.
God, could you imagine if it got to that scene and Sephiroth just descends and stabs Cloud, and suddenly like you don't have Cloud for the rest of the game?
Or
See, I-
Sephiroth is sitting there, and then Aerith comes down and stabs Sephiroth.
Yeah.
It's
They
like,
end this series of remakes at 2.
But doesn't she use like a giant pole weapon? Like, would she just bash him over the head?
Boops him.
it's just a
Bladed
stab.
staff. Yeah, she just boops him with a scepter.
She sends him to horny jail.
Gives him a bonk.
Yeah, I'm about to go to horny jail over this guy. I don't know, guys, I'm playing this Final Fantasy VII remake, and I don't know if you've heard of this guy, Sephiroth, but man, he is there's something alluring about this guy. Like this guy's got something, and I want it, man. Like there's something about this Sephiroth guy.
Thinking about
I mean-
those beans.
Oh, I'm
I
thinking
don't-
about the Sephiroth beads.
I don't know, John. Like, guy, like very tall, muscular guy, cut, wearing no shirt,
Mhm.
tight black leather pants, flowing silver hair,
Right.
whipping around a giant sword. Fuck, is it hot in here? Like,
Right. No, we're not describing David at age 60. We're describing Sephiroth.
Why is he
we're
got that
describing
sword?
Sephiroth now.
It can be
Oh,
both.
man.
I don't see why it can't be two things.
I mean,
Yeah.
they picked a voice actor who's pretty much only known for being hot. So there's that.
I'm in favor of it.
Like,
It's working for me.
Tyler Hecklin, hot, plays a hot werewolf on MTV's Teen Wolf.
Wow, he's got you all bothered. You can't talk.
Yeah.
No, my brain has been scrambled by the shirtless, weird, grim werewolf dude.
Oh, it's that. Okay.
It's that guy.
Oh, that.
Well, no, because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when Jesse said like, oh yeah, Tyler Hecklin, like he played Superman. I thought he was like the voice of Superman in like one of the directed DVD things. No, he's the guy who plays Superman on the live action CW like Supergirl show. No, that guy's hot as hell.
Superman, but make him real sexy.
Mm-hmm. It'd make him real fucking crazy and evil. I'm into it, man. Yeah. Actually, I haven't really gotten to the part where Sephiroth's like demonstrably evil. It's just been a lot of glimpses.
Yeah.
Seems like he's being built up as some sort of big bad, this Sephiroth.
Yeah, they really
He
try to put him over.
Could've-
Yeah, he's pretty over by about chapter 16 or so. You go down into the depths of the thing, you find that weird like like alien titty, and then
Tell me
Sephiroth
more.
shows up.
Tell
And-
me more.
Oh yeah, man! Is
Oh,
there
Chihuahua?
some sort of alien thing with a tit
Is there
in Final Fantasy VII? Apparently there is, and I got to it last night. I'm like, no, this I'm into. Like, do go on.
I can fap to this.
Yeah, I'm horny for this comet. Like, yeah. No wonder Sephiroth's so hot. Look at his mom.
His
She's
mom is
fucking
just a
space
giant
rock,
tit.
baby.
He's
Oh,
like
it's
Mother
good.
Brain. Well, this is Mother Boob.
Yeah, Mother Brain meet Mother Tit. Oh God, yeah, Mother Tit's gonna make Sephiroth fuck some people up.
He does
Man.
have that look in his eyes where you think he might get aroused from killing people.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And that big sword, it's not phallically shaped, but it's a stand-in for something, man. That guy's got a big swinging sword.
I thought
And
you
it's
were
not
going to
like-
say, like, he has that look in his eye as if to say, my mother is a giant tit.
Yeah. You know that look?
That'll change you.
That'll
That
look-
changes a man.
It does. Yeah. That poor guy. You never stood a chance when your mother's a giant alien tit. Yeah. Do you become the ultimate evil and try to destroy the universe? Yeah. Just kind of comes with the territory. That's what I've been made to understand by playing this game so far. I'm sure they'll fill in some shades of gray later on in the game, but for now it's like, oh yeah, this is fucking awesome. I'm so glad to experience this story for the first time. And Jesse, I'm so glad you get to bring the music back on the show.
Yeah, the music is great.
God, they really didn't fuck this soundtrack up. It's so impressive.
Like that's the thing. They didn't they didn't fuck anything up if you like
No.
this game. Like this game was destined to fail, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they fucking was like, fuck you, we're gonna make this game fucking incredible. Eat
Mhm.
shit, weebs. And we're
Yeah.
like, okay, just put it in our mouths.
Right. Exactly. We'll lead it up. The expanded honeybee in fucking
Oh
dance
my
sequence.
God,
Like, we're all the way in.
so good.
Maybe it was like a giant reverse psychology ploy. Like, oh, we're going to make people assume the game is terrible and then make a fucking great one so everyone praises us more.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
More people should
Reverse
try doing that.
producers.
I'm pretty sure that's what that's like what Sonic the Hedgehog movie did last
Yeah,
year. Like,
they did.
they released that fucking awful looking hedgehog, and everybody's like, this is gonna be dog shit. And then it's like, actually, we have a perfectly fine looking hedgehog for the movie. Everybody's like, this is the best movie in 2020, baby. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
as
more
it turned out,
callback.
it was proven correct. It was the best movie that came out all year.
I mean, they kind of lucked out on that, but yeah.
No
Yeah.
extenuating
Well-
circumstances.
Oh God.
Best
Man.
Valentine's Day ever.
Oh,
God, that is the last movie that I saw in the theater.
Gotta go fast.
Same, man. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake is fucking great. I'm so disappointed that I couldn't finish it before tonight because I knew Jesse was going to bring it back, and I was just fucking like, I put in some late nights on this week, guys. I really wanted to get through it. I'm like, I can't justify to my wife and son that I stayed up till 4 a.m. to like play a video game anymore. It just doesn't work. I did it anyway, and I had a lot of fun and got pretty far in the game, but I didn't finish it. I'm pissed. There's just more stuff. Like,
Well, because it starts to get real like hard. Like the battles start like just not giving a fuck.
well, yeah, but like, I don't think it's any real spoil. Like, you get into the Shinra building. I'm like, all right, cool. We're gonna rush these motherfuckers, and I'm gonna, fuck President Shinra up. And I guess eventually, probably, we're going to discover Sephiroth. Turns out, no, there's a bunch of other new characters to meet in there. And for some reason, in the lounge on like the 64th floor, there's a battle simulator where you can just do some new boss battles to earn more weapons. I'm like, isn't the game ending in like an hour? Why am I earning another weapon? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I fucked up, and for some reason I did the one battle simulation, and then I was like, well, I'll come back to this later. No, you should probably spend a lot of time in there and level up because, man, the last like 4 or 5 boss fights at the end of the game, I had a fucking hard time with.
Because
Oh, yeah.
I did a couple
Level
of them. I'm like, I got no, fuck it, man. The game's gonna be over soon, and then it's like, here I am a day later, like, oh shit, the game didn't end, and I probably should have leveled up some more. It's a good thing I got good summons.
Yeah, if you can do some more Battle Simulator, you should.
I don't know that I can.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's all fucked up.
I just want to ask, was John doing a bit, or is there actually a character named President Shinra?
No, there is.
That's awesome.
President Rufus Shinra. He's the president, get this, of Shinra Corporation.
Blowing my mind.
Yeah, exactly. All corporations should have to be named after the person that is president of them.
Yeah,
That
I love
seems
shopping
like
at Bezos.com.
Exactly. And people would use these companies so much less if they had the fucking names of the people. Like, I don't want to drive a Musk.
I drive a Musk.
Oh man, Musk truck.
Yeah, Musk Model 3. Ew, no. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. I guess Shinra, it's like a utility. You have to use Shinra. But yeah, there's no real choice there.
I do want to drive a Musk. That sounds great.
It probably smell
like the Musk
would, John.
Cybertruck. I sign me up.
Cyber Musk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would just be called Cyber Musk at that point.
I mean,
Anyway, I'm sorry for
know,
being
that-
late, guys.
That would be kind of weird if like utility companies were named after people. Like if you had to go to Com Edison for oh wait, no, never mind.
Oh crap! Wow,
Chicago
David
jokes.
got him.
Got us.
Man, that's why you come to Game That Tune, baby, for the hot tunes and the utility company jokes. Jesse, anything else on Final Fantasy VII Remake? How bad am I going to get fucked in these last few battles? Like real bad?
Trying to think. Okay.
Listen, I want to know about this guy. This guy Sephiroth. He seems like a real tough cookie.
Okay, that guy.
Sounds like you wanna fuck here.
Just make sure
I
you
want to know
have,
how bad it's gonna. Yeah.
you gotta diversify your materia. Just I'm gonna say that.
Cool.
How much lube do I need to bring to this scenario?
Right.
Because Sephiroth is pretty tough. Rufus is
Okay.
tough too, but not as tough as Sephiroth.
Okay. So lube materia, good call.
Yeah, lots of it. That sword is pretty fucking long. Luckily, it's not as girthy as like Cloud Sword. So
That's
if you-
true. Yeah, God. I mean, we could do a few minutes on whose sword you'd rather get violated by, Clouds or Sephiroth's, and really, I'd take Sephiroth.
All right, guys. So since it's released, this game has quote developed a negative reputation as a selling out of a daring design? Man, that bass on that last song, I absolutely love it.
I'm kind of pissed at you, Johnny.
Yeah, you should be. All right.
What else is new?
Let's see here. So we've got Toe Jam and Earl Panic on Funkotron, Toe Jam and Earl Panic on Funkotron, and then Grim says something Toe Jam and Earl related, and she drew a penis with feet and a face.
That's very happy.
We'll call that a hat trick. Oh shit, wait, that's not it. Hold on. There we go. This is Toe Jam and Earl Panic on Funkotron for the Sega Genesis, the sequel to the Toe Jam and Earl. It's definitely not as good as the original, but this music, which is why I picked this, is so good. Like,
You know, I'd like to say that I prefer this game to the first one.
Hot take.
Like
I tried to say agreed, but no, he got hit with a hot take.
like the first one is cool and it's a unique design and stuff, but this game is so like pretty. Like the graphics are like some of the best Sega Genesis graphics. The animations, like throwing jars in that game, is so fun. They have like a satisfying snap, and when they hit things, it feels like you're fucking hitting things with a jar. Like just the whole game, and the 2-player, it's so action packed and silly and colorful, and the music is just so good. I don't know. I just love this game more than the first one.
I do think this one's probably the more sort of like accessible game because it's a platformer and you throw things and hit guys and all that. Because like, yeah, the first one, my main beef with the first one is that it's so fucking hard. Like I've only been it like once with save states, right? Like I had to really cheat and it took me forever.
Right.
Like you can't beat that game just sitting down playing it like in an hour, you know?
I feel like the first one really it got its reputation solely on the strength of Toe Jam and Earl and like a 90s ass marketing campaign. And then when people got it, it's like, well, we love this, right? And it's like, well, no, the game's not very much fun. It's kind of hard and fucking weird. And it's like, all right. What if we took these rad ass characters and put them in more of a playable, context?
Like
okay,
a real
yeah,
game.
that's cool.
No,
Yeah,
see,
cool. Do that.
I love the first one because of the power-ups, right? Because you have the Icarus swing power-ups, you've got the tomato slingshot, you've got, the inner tube, the rocket skates. I love the like insane power-ups.
Yeah,
And so
sure.
that was my issue with number 2 was it does not have anything like that, like not even close.
But was the first game fun?
Maybe?
Yeah, see?
I don't
Like-
know.
What do those power-ups do?
Right. I just love wacky shit. That's why I watch Looney Tunes. Like,
Yeah, I feel like the first game, like it's a very unique game and it stands out and that drew people in, but it's one of those weird cases where you have to like find the line between appreciation and enjoyment. Because you can look at it, it's like, this is such a
Right.
unique idea. Like, hell yeah, this is cool. I don't really want to keep playing it, but I respect it for what it's doing.
yeah, no, the original Toe Jam and Earl is like the Phantom Thread. It's like any Paul Thomas Anderson movie, really. Like, I appreciate it on an artistic level. It's well done, well written, well acted. But like, am I actually enjoying sitting down and giving 2.5 hours of my life to a Paul Thomas Anderson movie?
You have a specific one in
Seldom,
mind?
if ever. Like, good God.
What movie? Which movie do you have in mind? Which one?
I just said Phantom Thread.
Oh, okay, that one. Okay.
Yeah, man, it's unpleasant, but it's great. but it's not fun to watch. But it's good, and I appreciate it. But guys, it's not fun.
Yeah. So, Toe Jam and Earl Pentagon Funkotron.
Right.
Box quote.
It is a fun game. It's you know, I do enjoy it, and God, that music, especially that Aqua Jam song, the second song I played.
Yeah,
oh, like
I love swimming.
I could listen to that on a loop all day. It's
They
so
have
good.
The coolest looking fish in that game.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite things about the new Toe Jam and Earl. On
Did you ever
PC
play the
and
new
all that.
Toe Jam and Earl?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How'd it go?
I've beat it a couple times. It's a lot
How'd it go?
easier. The new one is great because it's got the gameplay style of the first one, but it's significantly easier to where it's fun. You know, it doesn't. You can play on a hard mode if you want, and that's less fun.
Yeah, who wants that?
It's got a lot more opportunities to avoid enemies and things like that they didn't have in the first one, and it brings in some elements from 2 as well. Like it's got the in 2 you had parking meters you could feed quarters into, and like things would happen. The new Toe Jam and Earl has those. You know, it's got some stuff from the second one too, and it's amazing. Oh, I love it. And the best part is that it's got like covers of the original Toe Jam and Earl and Funkotron soundtracks.
Oh yeah,
played on like the funkiest fucking bass I've ever heard.
I was gonna say, I also think one of the important things to consider about the popularity of Toe Jam and Earl and why we remember it so fondly is the soundtracks. Like, just so goddamn funky and so well suited to the Sega Genesis sound. Like, doesn't matter that it sounds farty. No, it's funky, baby. That's you know, it's part of the point. Like, oh, it's just the music is just too fucking good in this series.
That third song that I played, like you guys, you know, since it came over the call, it's probably not quite as good as like what you hear on the podcast later. But the bass is so low. Like my headphones were like, I could feel them vibrating. It was that low. It was insane. I was like, I didn't know the Genesis could do that. It was so cool.
Blast
I mean,
processing.
Could it though? Like, could you actually fucking listen to a Genesis on a pair of headphones, or was
Yeah,
this
they had a
always
headphone
coming out of
jack.
Yeah, a headphone jack, man.
See, this is why I asked the questions. I'm not talking shit. I was just talking shit on old TVs. I wasn't talking bad on the Genesis. So, you know, wow, yeah, point proven. You totally can listen to Toe Jam and Earl music on headphones.
Yep, yeah, it came with a headphone jack on the front, so you could either plug in headphones or wire them up to your stereo. Either way.
What a dumb system.
Oh God.
I'm starting fights. That's right, Johnny. You never saw it coming. Tonight's the night I reveal I still hate Sega Genesis. The Nintendo Sega Wars never ended, baby. I'm embracing that Sephiroth role tonight. I'm fucking crazy.
No, I think when Sonic Heroes came out for the GameCube, the Sega Nintendo Wars pretty much ended there.
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of it. Jeez.
A lot of things ended when that game showed up.
Yeah, they had a rich history since then. Like something like The English Patient. Nintendo's just been caring for Sega since then.
I love all your
Sega
movie
slowly
comparisons.
dies. Yeah, I can relate Sega games and Sega as a company to any number of prestige movies.
We just called tonight's episode "The English Patient."
What would you say is the Citizen Kane of the Sega Genesis?
I mean, yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles.
I was going to say, it's got to be Sonic and Knuckles. Like, without question. Like,
Duh.
the man's
just
dying in
wondering
his
what-
bed and he just says, lock on technology.
Those will be Johnny's final words.
Not and Knuckles.
Somebody was saying that, like, you know, they announced that new Sonic movie this week, and that's all well and good. But what's really important is that after the third movie, they announce an update to the third movie that somehow attaches to it and makes it a really fucking great movie. I'm like, yes, I support that.
I really hope that the after credit scene of Sonic 2 features Knuckles coming in, and the third movie is titled Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
It just should be Sonic 3, David. And then around Oscar season, they release Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And it becomes like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
They bring Daniel Day-Lewis out of retirement to voice
As
Knuckles.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, it turns Knuckles from a wacky cartoon character into DDL. Yeah, my man Dan Lewis comes down and fucking starts rapping about pumpkin soup. And then, it wins like 8 Oscars. It's going to be a fucking great flick.
Yeah.
He's the only character who's not done in CGI. It's just him with like a red dreadlocks wig.
Oh my god.
That.
I know how they could do this. They put out the Sonic
Stay out of
3
my dream journals.
They put out the Sonic 3 movie, and then a few months later, they release new 3D glasses that you wear, and it shows you a different movie as you watch it.
Yeah. Right.
That sounds complicated.
Superimposes the image of actor Daniel Day-Lewis over Knuckles.
Yeah, isn't Daniel Day-Lewis a method actor? So is he gonna get into the role by just like punching like electronics, trying to find small animals?
He's gonna get into it by turning himself into an echidna.
He's gonna go base jumping and gliding around.
He lived with echidnas for months leading up to this.
He can climb on any surface.
No one tell him about the penises. No one tell him about echidna penises.
He knows.
Yeah, DDL knows. He knows, man.
He's all about those.
So anyway, no, we were talking about Toe Jam and Earl, but
And
anyway.
Knuckles.
Yeah, Toe Jam and Earl and Knuckles. That's the next update that needs to happen. More games need lock-on technology. Johnny, you've really rubbed off on me in 234 episodes of this show. I'm finally on the trolley, baby.
I've been
Lock
saying this
it
for
on.
years. I've been saying this for years. Every game should have lock-on technology. Every
But
game should have
but it
another game it can lock on to.
But it only adds Knuckles.
Yeah, that's
And
perfect.
Knuckles.
Yeah, imagine
Civilization 6 and Knuckles.
Super Street Fighter 2 and Knuckles.
That actually reminds me, that's going to go on a wildly different tangent. But Johnny, there is a Sonic like fan-made fighting game that you should check out.
David, I think you're just thinking of Sonic the Fighters. We've played that before on the show, and it's
No,
not so hot.
they made like there's a fan-made Sonic fighting game, and it's funny because they basically based all the characters on notable like fighting game characters, and basically Blaze the Cat is Akuma. I don't remember who Knuckles is based on, but I know
I'm
like
hoping
they have
it's Zangief. Otherwise, what are we doing here?
I know they have like
Not
the
Balrog?
chaos,
Zangief. He's
like,
red.
the-
He's got knuckles.
like the weird chaos creature from Sonic Adventure is basically Venom from Marvel vs. Capcom.
Ugh.
Amy Rose has like some of Ike's moves from Super Smash Brothers. Like, it's hilarious.
But what about Biggs the cat?
Yes.
They're adding him in.
Oh.
Is he gonna
Who's
be
he
like
gonna play
Birdie
as?
from Street Fighter Alpha?
Oh, God, I hope so.
Just a fucking real grungy Big the Cat.
This
I'm in
Big the
favor of
cat fucks.
I mean, before we get too far into how much Big the Cat fucks, we probably should move on to the next game, because we could talk for hours about the fact that Big the Cat has always fucked.
I could pull up my slide deck. I've got a whole presentation on this.
This is why you haven't been very present lately, Grim. You've been really digging deep on this Big the Cat fucks PowerPoint.
I have a bunch of Google Docs. Just here, I can send you some links. I can
Pan
send
the
you to
camera
some
over.
YouTube videos. They're
Pan
all
the camera where you got the
45
red
minutes long.
string all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Telling you that big ass cat, it fucks.
Grim, is this a conspiracy theory you're trying to share with us? Because that's what this is beginning to sound like. Some kind of weird conspiracy theory about how Big the Cat fucks.
I was going to make a community on Vote, but turns out that went away like a few years ago. So I have nowhere to spread my conspiracy theories. Subscribe to my newsletter.
Biganon.
We need, we need to start a Patreon conspiracy podcast.
Oh, I'd
I'm
be
trying
into
to get 4chan to make my own board.
No!
it.
Grim
Strictly
Chan.
Big the Cat conspiracies. Oh God, I love and hate it.
B for Big the Cat.
Oh yeah.
no.
There you go.
Yeah, that what if the Q in QAnon somehow stood for Big the Cat? It probably doesn't, because they don't share a common letter. But
The Q is silent.
it makes
Well, I mean-
about as much sense as anything else about QAnon.
Obviously, Q from
Johnny,
QAnon.
why haven't we moved on yet?
Game 3.
Obviously. Okay.
Game 3.
All right, sorry that I didn't give Grim the trivia to do, but because this was a Nintendo published title in the United States, the game received special attention in Nintendo Power Magazine and additional merchandise through the Super Power Supplies catalog for Nintendo Power subscribers. Also, Nintendo released a bundle pack in America that included a one-size-fits-all T-shirt featuring the game's logo and characters.
Oh shit, I can't hear anybody. Can you guys hear me? Hold on. Let me refresh here. Somebody speak?
Hey,
John, can you hear
Okay,
us?
yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
all right. How's everybody feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Good. You should be. Everybody else, I assume, is a little stumped.
Feeling good about my answer.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
But you don't have to answer because you're actually me, but it's fine. Let's see. Johnny says Illusion of Gaia. David says Illusion of Gaia. Jesse says Secret of Mana. And Grim, as my teammate, has drawn a Big the Cat with a big old penis. That's 2 correct answers. Jesse's incorrect. Hell yeah. Illusion of Gaia, not Secret of Mana.
Same thing.
Very much so. Illusion of Gaia, famously part of the Mana series, which is part of the Saga series, as it was called in Japan.
I don't recall Illusion of Gaia having a ring-based like battle system.
Not important, David.
Okay.
The important thing is that we get our facts incorrect as we discuss these games. So if
Wait.
you ever played the Saga games, if you ever played Final Fantasy Legend 2, maybe for the Game Boy, that's part of the Mana series, which is part of the Saga series, and Illusion of Gaia just somehow is in there.
I like the fact that I am the person who is correcting about the 16-bit JRPGs.
This nonsensical statement that I'm making is causing David to arch an eyebrow. So, no, nothing I just said is true. Illusion of Gaia, vaguely part of a series. It's lumped in together in a quote-unquote series with Soul Blazer and Terranigma as games made by Quintet that feature vaguely similar gameplay. They're really not
Games
terrible.
made by Quintet that feature stuff.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
actually, in fairness to the people that are trying to put this together as a series, Illusion of Gaia does have a secret boss that was from Soul Blazer. If you get all 50 red jewels in this game, you get rewarded with like a fancy thing, and you get to go fight an extra boss for no reason. So it was a great little extra encounter. Like, congratulations, you did the side quest, the one side quest in this very linear game. You found 50 red jewels and you gave them all to the Jewel Man, Jim the Jewel Man jailer, and you get to go fucking I thought that would come much sooner. But yeah, you collected all these side jewels and you get to go through a really hard dungeon and fight a boss from a game that you probably didn't play. Great side quest.
I
Am
love when JRPGs do that shit.
That was wild.
Yeah. Like
What are they thinking?
I'm thinking of Super Mario RPG with the fight against Kulex, where it's just,
What's the
it's
point?
just so out of place.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no good reason to do it except just to say that like you're badass who did it,
Right. Exactly. Take a fucking Polaroid of it, send it to Nintendo Power, try and fucking win a contest or some shit.
Who was fuck? I can't think of the name, but there was an optional boss in the first Kingdom Hearts.
Sephiroth.
No. It was
That's one of
in
them.
like
Yeah.
well, I mean, that game has a shit ton of optional bosses like in the Colosseum, but in Agrabah, like if you go into the desert, there's
Oh,
a giant
yeah.
boss there for no reason.
It's like if you go back and you go into the desert, there is an insanely hard boss there that serves no purpose.
And I want to say it was like named after a kid. Like there was some contest to get a character named after you, and they named like this giant scorpion boss in the desert after like some kid.
All right, well, David, you research that while we continue to discuss Illusion of Gaia, because that sounds dope. Illusion of Gaia is dope. It's a really fun SNES game, fucking awesome adventure, hopping all over the world, exploring vaguely real-world sites. We've talked about this. in a previous episode. In fact, that's kind of the theme of tonight's episode. Games that we've talked about in previous episodes.
Wait, really?
Yeah, wild shit. Anybody remember how many episodes ago we talked about Illusion of Gaia? It's been a long time.
Like 200 episodes?
That's exactly right, Jesse. Exactly 200 episodes. Jesse gets a bonus point.
Yes, I'm back in it.
For the record, the boss is Kurt Ziza, and it was
Right.
like a contest. Like some guy won a contest, and they're like, "All right, we'll name a boss after you."
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say, what poor kid is named Kurt? Ugh.
Kurt
Poor
Angle?
kid. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's never been a kid.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
But yeah, so we discussed this previously on episode 34. Here we are 200 episodes later, still struggling to adequately describe how great Illusion of Gaia is without sounding rambling and drunk. A lot has changed in 5 years of game that too, guys.
I still really, really want to play this game.
Damn it, David, that was my follow-up, because I listened to that previous episode, and you said you wanted to play it then. It's been 5 years, David.
You fucked up.
Yeah. Still haven't played it, huh?
No, it still sounds right up my alley. It's like, hey,
It's great!
here's an action RPG where you get to go to like historical sites in the age of exploration. Like, fuck yeah, that sounds awesome.
And I'll even clarify it further. It's barely an RPG, David. It's more of a combo Legend of Zelda old school and like with some RPG elements. Like, you don't have to do RPG anything. But the way the game has RPG elements, you can get new stat upgrades, and it's only connected to defeating all the enemies in a given area. So it incentivizes you to kill everything in the game, which is dope, by giving you like
I'm already sold on this game, and now
I'm
you're
saying.
promoting genocide.
I'm
Like,
just
I'm
saying,
down.
like, it promotes room clearing. Like, you're sitting there looking at the map, and there's still little monster faces. Like, where is that motherfucker? I need my next like strength upgrade. I'm gonna go kill this motherfucker. It's it's great. Not really an RPG, because if you just play the game and kill everything in sight, you get all the upgrades. So
it's Doom, is what it is.
exactly this Illusion of Gaia, basically Doom.
Basically.
Doom
Box
at the
quote.
Great Wall of China.
Yeah, Doom with historical sites. Just a guy going to the Great Wall of China and exploding monsters.
Isn't that a Brad Pitt movie that came out recently?
No, you're thinking of the Great Wall, which was Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh,
Same
okay.
thing.
I thought he was thinking of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and it didn't have anything to do with this.
That has nothing to do with monsters or the Great Wall of China. Well, maybe monsters.
Got him an Oscar though. So, and I think somebody killed somebody with a flamethrower. That was pretty cool. Doesn't happen in this game, though. Actually, in this game, hold on, there might be a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood fucking Illusion of Gaia connection, because one character gets grisly burned to death. It's fucking wild.
Oh, I
So-
thought you were going to say the game also has Bruce Lee.
Oh no, see, that would be cool. That
There's
would be
lots of
really, really
feet.
cool. Yeah, you do get a pretty good foot attack in this game.
Oh.
Now that I'm thinking about it, Will, the player character, he gets like a slide kick, and yeah, his foot gets big on that kick. Not Battletoads big, but like pretty big.
How do you
Tarantino
think-
big.
Yeah, do you think Tarantino could do a movie based on this game?
Do I? Yeah.
If not before, then definitely now.
See, that's what that was one of the things that made me pick this game, because I've been thinking about this game.
Tarantino.
No, just thinking about like fleshing out this world with some good writing, some great characters. Because I got some nostalgia for this game. I love it. I acknowledge that it's kind of a fucked up mess of like bad translation. Like, it's
What game is it?
fun. And well, that's the whole thing. It's like, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm like, you know what should get this treatment? Illusion of Gaia.
That'd be crazy. Wow.
Remake Illusion of Gaia with super HD graphics, have all the characters have like intense emotional dialogue all the time. Get Tarantino to fucking write it. I don't know. Like, just, he can copy paste his True Romance script and just put Illusion of Gaia into it and call it a day. It's basically the same thing. Instead of cocaine, they're trying to sell mystic statues. I don't see the problem here.
That Sicilian scene wouldn't be very comfortable to watch.
I mean, it might. I mean, it's very uncomfortable these days. But I'm just saying, if it was being acted by characters in a fantasy RPG, would that make it better, John?
No.
What if he gives it the Hateful Eight treatment?
See,
That I
Because
A
there's a
3-hour
lot
game
of
with an intermission. That sounds nice.
no, there's a lot
Ugh.
of dialogue in that movie that is questionable.
True.
See,
Yeah.
I was going more with like the action RPG gameplay. It's like you go into like a temple and have to kill all the enemies to get your stat bonuses. Like, so can we see Will versus the Crazy 88 from Kill Bill?
yeah. See, I'd be in
That'd be
favor of
cool.
that. That'd be pretty good. That could happen at the Great Wall of China because Japan, China, same thing.
China.
Yeah, no. I was just thinking like this game would be really great for the fucking HD remake treatment because it just fucking like I don't know. It's got there's something about this game that's appealing. It's weird and just like all over the place. Like you're exploring the world. It's got great big environments for you to explore. You could gussy up the gameplay a little bit. A little more action, a little more like something. Think about, I guess Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's not big on puzzles per se. It's more just like go hit a switch and go to the next area. So they would have to figure out a way to do some puzzle platforming in an Illusion of Gaia remake. But like some actual coherent dialogue would really go a long way towards gussying up this game. And I think it'd be really good. I mean, it's a great tale. You got the young boy who's got to find his whose father's gone missing. Perhaps his father is Sephiroth. I'm just spitballing here. And then you got the princess who longs for adventure. You got the mystical girl who can turn into who likes flowers. And then you got and the rest, a cast of thousands.
And the rest.
I mean, I can keep naming them.
Here on Illusion of Gaia.
Can we give the flower girl a good leg?
Hell yeah! So that's the thing. So like, okay, let's retrofit all the characters from Final Fantasy VII or from Illusion of Gaia into Final Fantasy VII Remake. See if it's a fit. So yeah, you got your Will, your blonde-haired boy. The kind of the driving warrior protagonist of the game.
Barrett.
Sounds like Cloud. Then you got your Kara, who's your princess, vaguely hot, black hair, longing for adventure.
Kate Sis.
Sounds
Barrett.
And the titty?
yeah. There's also I mean, we're getting to the titty grip. Give it time. So then you meet
getting to the
Lily.
titty.
Thinking about
Lily,
that titty.
blue-haired girl that loves the flowers. That's your Barrett. Lance, whose father also died. Like I love Lance in Illusion of Gaia. Like Will's dad, disappearing at the Tower of Babel is like one of the driving things of the game. And then you got Lance. He's like, yeah, my dad died there too. And it's like, oh, okay, you want to come? Like, you're not part of the you're not a plot driver here, but you can hang out with us. So Lance would be like, I don't know, Wedge. And then I'm trying to think who else you got. You got Eric. Eric serves no purpose. He's just like a little bitch boy that's along for the ride. So that's your.
Wait, is there a character named Wedge in Final Fantasy? Because I only know about
Yes.
Wedge from Star Wars.
Yeah, there's Biggs and Wedge.
Yeah, it's Biggs and Wedge in Final Fantasy VII. So yeah, and then Eric would be your Biggs. And then Seth. He's cool. He's like your weird friend who eventually gets eaten by a giant fish. Spoilers for Illusion of Gaia.
Seth Iroth?
You see, that's the thing. They never give him a last name, and they don't explain where he came from. So maybe the giant fish is the titty, and Seth ends up being Seth I. Roth. It's see, we could make this HD remake, guys. This it screams HD remake. It's got all the ingredients.
Maybe there were no giant fish, and the real giant fish were the titties we grew along the way.
Oh, that went places.
Oh God, I'm just saying the game. It's a lot of fun. I think that the settings are so fantastical and the world is so interesting. Like because it's quote unquote the age of exploration. Which David, define the age of exploration for us lay people.
The Age of Exploration was post-Renaissance. It was like
Game
the
four.
late 1500s to early 1600s.
Okay, cool. So, by illusion of Gaia having an airplane that you jump out of at some point, it kind of betrays its Age of Exploration premise.
No, I don't think so. I think Cortez used an airplane.
Okay, cool. That's good. See, I haven't done a whole lot of reading on pre-American history. American history is the only history that matters. What matters is that nothing existed prior to 1492.
John,
Nothing across that ocean blue.
There's a lot of things the government doesn't want you to know about. They actually did, in fact, have airplanes in the 1400s.
Columbus came over on airplanes and
They were called
kamikaze those poor natives.
Oh my god!
Smallpox and airplanes. That's
Exactly.
what they brought to the new
Loaded
world.
airplanes with smallpox.
They made the
Oh,
airplanes
God.
out of smallpox blankets.
It was lighter than any material they had available at the time. But yeah, so Illusion of Gaia is wacky and all over the place. It's quote unquote the age of exploration, but eventually there's airplanes
and smallpox
and evil giant like Gaia monsters. So like I'm just saying, it would be really cool to see it done super dramatically on like a modern scale. I think it would be pretty great.
They should add smallpox as a summon to RPG games.
God, yeah, like
That's
Fat
what Bio
Chocobo,
is.
no thank you. Smallpox. That should be a summon that you can give.
Actually, that would be a badass thing if you could well, no, not smallpox specifically, but if you had a summon that was basically like
badass.
if you had a summon that was basically a virus, so you like infected the enemy and gave them status ailments, like that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah,
It's just called a poison cast, David.
Yeah,
It's
the
it's in
bio.
a lot of RPGs.
Bioaga.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
we have to take it to its natural end,
Yeah.
which is chlamydia gun.
exactly. Oh man.
That's my favorite band.
Game
It's a
4.
crust punk.
I guess so. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a great game and it deserves to be revisited by a competent team of translators. I love the game. I love the wild settings, and I intended to talk more about the music until my computer fucked up before the show started. There's some fun stuff with the music that I don't know. I'll discuss on a different podcast at some point. You guys don't care about music. You just want to talk about fucking alien titties.
Yeah,
and
tell me more about
chlamydia
alien
guns.
titties.
Yeah, the chlamydia gun.
Let's go back to Big Titty.
Well, okay, so yeah, the game ends at the Tower of Babel, which really sadly doesn't resemble a large tit. It's really more of a big shaft right in the middle of the world. Like
one of them titty dicks, huh?
Famous Age of Exploration titty dicks.
I think we just found the episode title.
I can't put that. That'll get us like flagged, I think.
One of them titty dicks. We can't do that.
No,
That's my
episode title
favorite football
Age of
team.
Exploration, titty dick.
Exactly. Yeah. That's really why Columbus was sailing across the sea. It's like I've heard legend of a huge titty.
The age of
somewhere
the age of
somewhere in
exploration
India.
in the red and black cave that is your prostate.
Get out of here. Get out of here with these prior episode references. Johnny, what are we doing referencing prior episodes on this episode? That's madness.
I'm looking for the fountain of youth. I'm looking for a big ass titty.
I'm looking for a titty that blots out the sun.
It's shaped like a dick.
We shall travel to the Orient to gather spices and one big titty.
My queen, I've brought back one enormous titty.
Just one.
Uh,
That's all our ships could carry.
Yep. And from that titty,
The sailors kept trying to eat the titty, but I prevailed.
those sailors
They
mad.
thought it would cure their scurvy.
Yeah, turns out the titty was Sephiroth. Sephiroth kills the Queen of Spain. I've read American history books, guys. We all know this stuff. Oh, God, fucking Columbus. Greater villain than Sephiroth, quite frankly.
That's for true.
That's for true. Johnny, that's your cue.
Game 4.
All right, everyone. This is, to date, the only game in this series where the main character's default outfit is a t-shirt. just to clarify on the trivia, the character wears more than a t-shirt, but this is the only game where their default appearance involves a t-shirt rather than a long-sleeved shirt. Just didn't want you to think that they were running around in nothing but a t-shirt.
Well, that messes my answer up.
Crap.
Yeah.
There's all my Winnie the Pooh ideas.
Winnie the Pooh in it, yeah.
You real fucking stretch, David. David, you have to yell that answer out.
All right, so John/Grim and Johnny post say Super Mario Sunshine. Jesse says, "My hole!" Which is a reference to something, I imagine.
Oh, you'll be sent videos, David.
Well, David, so who's correct?
Johnny and John Grimm are correct.
Sadly, it's not my
Wait,
hole. The
That
game.
was all John's doing. My answer was one big tit.
He wears a shirt, a t-shirt.
He wears a t-shirt instead of his long sleeve shirt.
He's on
'Cause he's
vacation,
on a-
Jesse.
Tropical island.
It's hot.
Like I googled it, and it looked like he was still wearing his fucking overalls.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but he has a t-shirt on underneath, not a long sleeve
He
shirt.
doesn't have a long sleeve shirt. He's got a t-shirt because he's cool Mario now. He fucks.
Yeah, I mean, look up that ad for Super Mario Sunshine where he's rolled up his sleeve to reveal the tribal tattoo.
Oh, I guess that is a fucking t-shirt. That's stupid, David. Your trivia's stupid.
Well, I mean,
Jesse's
it
just
was-
mad because he damaged his hole.
Fucking,
As
he's wearing
as I-
overalls over it. You can't even notice the shirt. That's
I noticed the shirt because Mario's got guns, baby.
As I mentioned the last time this game was brought up, it's kind of hard to find trivia because everything else is like, this is the first game to feature shine sprites. Like, yeah, no shit. Like, but
Yeah.
Is it the first or is it the only? Do they have shine sprites in later games?
Oh, they've
they
shown up,
brought them
Johnny.
back for
Okay.
Mario Kart, but like in a Mario game, no, this is it.
While you're talking, David, I'm going to find better trivia than that doesn't involve anything slightly giveaway using only Super Mario Wiki. So you talk about the game while I hit everybody with some knowledge.
At what point?
The only other piece of trivia I could have gone with was this is the only game where the main villain speaks actual words.
Now let's
What
talk
about-
about that Mario t-shirt. I wanna
I'll-
know more about that t-shirt.
I want to know where you've been by wearing a t-shirt.
Where'd he get that t-shirt? Where does Mario
Yeah.
shop?
He's on vacation, and I mean, considering it's a plain red T-shirt, I would imagine Target.
Yeah.
Like,
You think those are his regular overalls or his vacation overalls?
oh,
yeah,
those
you
are
know-
his vacation overalls. He
You
fucks
know
in
Mario
those.
shops at J.C. Penney, like strictly. He only on sale. He buys like those Arizona jeans overalls. Oh man, yeah, Mario's a very basic man.
that's a sucker move is to buy things only on sale at JCPenney because everything's always on sale at JCPenney. You're not really saving money. It's just because the sales
No,
aren't
you're saving
real.
even more money, John. That's how I fucking dress. It's
Listen,
so cheap to shop there.
I've
That's
been-
why they are out of business.
I've
It's like, do they even have JCPenney anymore?
I didn't know there was this JCPenney deep lore that I wasn't aware of.
Oh,
Dude, I
yeah.
miss pennies so
Dude.
much. I haven't bought clothes in a long time.
I bought a pair of Jinkos there when I was like 16.
Look, I
Yeah.
got some YouTube videos you should watch. All right, there's a whole JCPenney Anon thing going on.
Wait,
God
okay.
damn it.
The only thing that I really remember about JCPenney was buying like teddy bears at Christmas time and walking through there because that was the shortcut to get to the movie theater at the St. Augustine Mall.
Mm-hmm. God, I love
Um,
that JCPenney. I
that
shopped
was-
there for
yeah,
so
that-
much Jinkos.
That's the main reason I went there was I was on the way to the movies. It's like, well, let's go through JCPenney, I guess.
Yeah, go through JCPenney and pick up some Jinkos and a short sleeve red shirt.
But speaking of movies, Super Mario Sunshine did feature fully voiced cutscenes, which was a choice.
Wow.
Did somebody shout "my hole" at some point? Is that why?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what that is a reference
Let
to.
Jesse explain that off camera. It can't be part of the show. It needs to just exist on its own. Jesse can explain that later.
But yeah, the reason that I wanted to bring
My
back
hole.
Super Mario Sunshine, and I thought I was going to have the oldest game that we used, but Johnny picked an older one. We first
I
discussed
picked an
this
older
on.
one than Johnny.
Then I think
look that
the
up.
sheet might be wrong because according to the sheet, like Johnny's game was episode 4.
In
Oh.
terms of game that tune time.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Game that tune
sorry.
time.
Yeah.
Because
Never
the last time we discussed Super Mario Sunshine was episode 15, when we were discussing how this game needed to be remastered for the NX.
Oh man,
What a-
I forgot
what a
about
time
the
it
NX.
was.
Whatever happened to the NX?
Yeah. Guys, we were ahead of the curve on this one. Like,
We so
I
were.
did it. We predicted it, guys.
Man,
We didn't predict the time download, though. That's fucked up.
that's so stupid.
And we also didn't predict that you will not use the NX controllers as a backpack in this game.
Shit!
But no, we got that right.
I missed the speculation on what the Switch was going to be.
But the reason I wanted to bring this game back up is because the music is so pleasant and fun, and because of that Mario 3D All-Stars re-release, I have finally 100%ed this game. Like
That
I went back.
deserves a round of fucking applause. Jesus Christ, David. Like,
I know this game is. Oh God,
fuck
it was
this game.
You know, there are parts of it. It was like a weird reverse bell curve. Like I picked it up, was like, hell yeah, Mario Sunshine and running through Isle Delfino. This game's great. I love this game. And then got to like exploring the hotel and Pianta Village and like the Goopy Inferno and everything. It's like, oh, this game sucks.
Fuck
And then
this
like
game.
as I came back around and like got those shines, like, I don't know, this game's not too bad. I'm having fun here.
Right.
Yeah, the game still, like, it has its issues. That Poison River can fuck right off forever and ever, but I still really, really love this game. And I just had a blast with it, and I just wanted to bring it up again. It's been on my mind.
It's the power of a really fucking charming game and a relentlessly charming setting. Like, seriously, it's Mario in an island vacation resort area and the hijinks that ensue. Great idea. As far as a lot of the things that occur in that game later on, like, no. You know, I don't want to try to manipulate a swing using the jet of the water. I don't want to. What was the thing? Was it Pianta Village where you got to go on the underside and do like the traversal with the hands?
Yeah, there's like
that.
it's I think it's the Goopy Inferno or the Goopy Fire or something like that. Like the entire village is covered. You don't have flood, so you have to like go underground and climb around to find where you can pop back up.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, that sucked.
Like the game feels like it had a lot of those things as like later things, and obviously you can speak to that as somebody that recently 100% of the game. But like I was thinking about it, I'm like, I loved Super Mario Galaxy, and there were only a couple of things in that game that felt like fuck you hard. But like a lot of the, you got to get 120 to finish a Mario game. A lot of the things after the necessary stars to complete the game felt like fuck you hard.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you made a mistake trying for this one. Go find some other shine, bitch. Like you don't belong in Pianta Village.
Yeah, there's that one. There's in the beach, there's a watermelon festival where you have to roll a watermelon down a mountain and then like over a dock and everything, but the beach is surrounded by enemies, and if you basically tap the watermelon, it explodes and you have to do it all over again. Fuck that one too. There are definitely like a lot of super hard missions in this game, but it's still charming. And kind of going back to something that I said last time on episode 15, I think the setting really helps a lot because the level design in this game is really, really strong just in how it incorporates that setting. Like Mario 64, you've got your fire world, your water world, your ice world, your mountain world. And this game doesn't do that. It still has different varied locations, but it's not just, grass, fire, ice, etc. Like, you go to 2 or 3 different beaches and they all seem like completely unique locations. There's the whole haunted hotel. You go to an amusement park and it's Mario platforming on amusement park rides, which is so fucking cool.
Yep.
No one else really has any input on this.
I mean, I remember it firmly in nostalgia vision, and I just remember this fucking game slaps. Like,
Yeah.
middle school me was like, hell fucking yeah.
Dude, yeah, this game, it's a full fucking vibe. Like, it's such a vibe. The game itself, though, not so much a vibe.
And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Delfino Plaza is the best hub world of any Mario game. Like, there are so many secrets tucked away, and just like wall jumping and running around on rooftops is so much fun. It's just enjoyable to dick around.
I mean, platforming with FLUDD is pretty fun in general. Like, if you can figure out how to effectively do that, that is the problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so David, going back to the trivia, I've been perusing the Super Mario Wiki entry for Super Mario Sunshine, and I've decided just to, instead of find acceptable trivia, find bad trivia that you could have used. So I'm gonna hit you with a little bit of Super Mario Wiki knowledge, and I will delete the obvious phrases like Super Mario Sunshine to make it very obvious, that would have given it away. So during the development of this game, Yoshiaki Koizumi was influenced by childhood memories, such as the experience of jumping from rooftop to rooftop and playing in water, and the general gameplay. That sounds made up. I don't believe Yoshiaki Koizumi jumped from rooftop to rooftop.
No, was he Spider-Man? Like, what?
I don't know. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah, whoa.
Shigeru Miyamoto exploring a cave inspires Zelda? Sure. Koizuki, like, running on rooftops inspiring Mario Sunshine?
He's
Like,
flying
I
on
don't know.
Vigilante, like,
Yeah.
Was he like running from the
Parkour!
cops all the time?
Yeah, Yoshiaki Koizumi was the Artful Dodger. So again, sometimes when losing a life, this game's character will say "Arrivederci," which is
Arrivederci.
Italian for goodbye.
Yeah, I learned that from Inglourious Bastards.
I also learned that
This is the Glorious Bastards
apparently
game, isn't it?
in many ways, yes. Instead of shooting Nazis, you spray them with water to clean them up.
yeah. When does the swastika get carved into Bowser's forehead?
Oof.
I mean, that would be a fucking awesome ending. Like,
Yeah.
especially if it was like Shadow Mario involved. He does it with the fucking paintbrush. Like,
I need
He
to make
paints a
Mario.
swastika on his head, and then Mario just washes it off like, no, we can't have that.
yeah. Bye.
When we burned down a theater full of shy guys?
Oh man.
I mean, I would have burnt down Pianta Village, quite frankly. Like,
God, I would
That
love to
is
see Chris
Easily
Wallace's
the
Bowser.
worst fucking... I hate that world so much.
okay, hold on. I got to finish off these bad trivias. For some, again, this is like poorly worded wiki trivia. So the shine on the box of the American, Japanese, and British version of this game roughly says Mario has more moves than ever. You'll have to master them all to sprinkle water in the sunshine. All the other European box arts have this sentence, but they are translated. I'm sorry, David. Can you speak to whether or not there's a cryptic sentence written in the shine on the box of this?
There is.
Is the
It's
shine?
just the one
Never
ring.
noticed that before.
Is,
I
Is the
like
sh-
the idea too that like the special trivia is this English phrase was translated in Europe.
Yeah. Okay, so let me continue the bad trivia. This is the fourth bullet point under trivia. Mario's voice actor, Charles Martinet, Mario's voice actor, Charles Martinet, considers this to be, quote, an underrated game. That's the bullet point.
Huh.
I mean, I think that's fair.
I think it is too. Does it deserve a trivia entry?
No.
And another interesting bullet point, quote, this is the only game in the overall main Super Mario series that has never been available as a standalone digital download.
Huh.
Now,
That's
there's
true.
your fucking weird cryptic trivia, David. Like, you can't go anywhere and just download Super Mario Sunshine.
Hmm.
Because
By itself.
Right.
You can download it with 2 other games, but if you just want Sunshine, you're fucked.
It's crazy, though, that like, because that made me rack my brain. I'm like, since when can you download Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2? What the fuck? Like,
They were downloadable on the Wii U.
that adds up. There it is. So, Jace, Sunshine, only just now downloadable again. And only for, I don't know, another month or so. Oh, God, what a mess.
Yeah, that's so...
That's so weird.
I mean,
I'm still debating on whether or not to go get the fucking All-Stars compilation.
Like, I was about to ask,
it's
is
March.
it a-
I'm running out of, or it's February. I'm running out of time. Like,
part of me's like, is it a licensing issue? Part of me's like, no, since they own it. Like,
yeah.
my guess is, like, after March, they're going to release them all as individual games for, like, $20.
I'm in favor of that. But as a collector and a total fucking dork, I'm, kind of wanting that. I'm tempted by that allure of that compilation. So, shit.
I mean, I for sure downloaded it because I was like, hey, you know what my Switch needs? 3 Mario games whenever I want.
Right. You know what game's great? And I know you don't care about this, David. Super Mario Galaxy 2. And I do not support this Super Mario Galaxy 2 erasure by it not being included on that compilation.
That's weird.
It's fucked, is what it is.
Although I will say, it might be for the best that Galaxy 2 isn't on there because playing Galaxy in handheld mode, you basically can't do it. Like, you
Okay,
have
good
to
to
play
know.
that game on a TV.
That's good to know.
Because they, like, if you take the Switch undocked and use it in handheld mode, to use the, like, star pointer and everything, you use the touch screen, and it's
As opposed
super
to the first
fucking
time
awkward.
I played the game where I used my wife to do all the Starbit stuff. Like, it came in such handy being able to hand off a controller. Like, I can't be bothered to flick my wrist. I'm focused on the platforming. Sweetheart, you point at those colorful things. And
Which, I mean, you'd think it would be easy because you're like, oh yeah, you're just collecting star bits. You forget how much that Wii pointer is used in that game.
a lot of them dang Starbits. Anyway.
But yeah, Super Mario Sunshine is a blast.
It is. It's a big blast of water right in your face, or a big blast of Yoshi juice, as it were. Feel like this game doesn't get enough credit for bringing Yoshi into the 3D world and making him barf juice all over people.
Eat a bunch of fruit, barf some juice.
Exactly.
The Yoshi barfing juice sound, for some weird reason, I fucking love that sound effect. Like, it's such an odd sound, but it's so cool.
Sounds like Peter North.
God, no, Jesse, come on, man.
yeah, come
Doesn't
on.
even make sense.
Does it?
It sounds like Peter North.
Yeah.
Yoshi spitting a bunch of juice sounds like
Yes.
Peter North.
Yeah.
Like, no,
it does.
he's not spitting.
Well, no, he isn't.
He
but
is, in a sense.
Part of him is. His dick.
Yeah, we can
Calculating
talk to-
computer activated. Computers. Beeps. Boops. Scoring complete. This game's winner is... Jesse Moore.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a tie with everybody else. We didn't have a tiebreaker.
What are you talking about? I count 6 points for me.
Oh. Oh, you're right. Because he... Okay. Hold on.
This game's winner is... John Harrington.
Bullshit.
Yeah, sorry to do that to you guys. Yeah, I showed up late, so I got to bring in an assist trophy. And Grim, thank you so much for being here. And that earned me double points. That's the fun of having someone as your proxy on the show. I know. You guys should try that more often. Like, we should bring Grim in to answer the games for you guys more often. It will score you double points. It's
nothing like scoring with Grim.
Hey, what the fuck? She's right there, man.
Oh
no!
I was talking about the game, John. What the fuck?
Yeah, John.
You said it with the same inflection that you said Peter North.
Well, because he's a cool guy. My bad.
Is he?
Yes.
I don't know if I want to be concluded with Peter North here.
Peter North and Grim are two of my best friends.
Two of my best friends.
And like, okay, have you ever heard a bad thing about Peter North?
No.
Okay, like Ron Jeremy's fucking up all over the place, but Peter North seems like an okay guy.
I like that John and Grim are making the exact same face right now.
So, John, do you have an idea of a theme for next week?
Peter I did, North. But I feel like I really got a course correct here. I need to give myself a clean edit point to go ahead and get all that shit out of the podcast.
What? That's gold.
God. I don't see. That's the. I don't want to have to look up after the show whether or not Peter North has done anything fucked up because it's a porn star. I'm certain he's done something fucked up, man.
Oh, every porn star has done fucked up stuff.
I'm just gonna search Peter North canceled and see if I can get anything out of it.
Thank you, Grim. I await that.
Yeah, you don't want to search Peter North fucked up.
Search canceled, not like confirmed. Oh man. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, sorry. So Grim and I got double points tonight. That's just how that's going to go. It also ties into my my role in tonight's episode as the Sephiroth that just appears part of the way through Jesse's game and fucks everything up. So sorry, Jesse. It was a hollow victory for you. It was all a dream. I've got tonight's win, and I've got a great idea for a theme for next week's episode. So we were talking about this fantastic guy Peter North. No, we were talking about. Some great games, man. And the thing I was thinking about is I was putting together my game Illusion of Gaia. I like a game where you get to go to a bunch of fantastical places. I like travel in the world. I like a great game with a great setting. So I don't think that we've actually said this exact phrase as a game theme for this episode or for this show, which is impressive because we're approaching episode 235. I want games about or featuring exploration.
Well, that sounds pretty fun.
Boom!
I'm excited to explore that theme next week.
Like, is that the main focus, or is it a game that allows you to explore?
Pretty much allows you to explore. I'm just saying, I want to be able to explore. We're gonna explore some distant worlds. Really. Exploration on next week's episode. Take that as you will.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take that differently.
Shit, Johnny. Oh, you. Go on. Tell me now how you're gonna take it, so that I can prepare for next week's episode.
Like an exploration of the soul, a game that causes you to perform a lot of introspection.
How many soccer games allow you to explore?
A soccer field is a very wide pitch. So you can
explore your
all
friendships with your teammates.
Yeah.
Right. God. That's why I say explore, not adventure. Because if anybody says the real exploration was the friendships that we made along the way, they're off the show.
It depends on what kind of adventure you're going on. What if you're exploring each other?
Gonna explore that butt.
See, I knew it. You guys are gonna inspire Johnny to bring another Leisure Larry game onto the show.
Butt spelunker.
I've been exploring bad sex puns.
What was the cutie honey weird
honey pop?
Yeah, honey pop.
I've been exploring Twitch's terms of service and whether or not I can stream this game, and turns out I cannot. Therefore, I should feature this game. Somehow that will work itself out. Anyway, exploring on next week's episode. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And what a show it's been tonight. I apologize greatly for arriving late and from a different dimension or whatever the situation is that I'm supposed to reference with Sephiroth. What was I? Was I killed and thrown into the life stream and my cells are super powerful and that's why I returned on Game That Tune, Jesse? I mean, it's
No, I think that's the plot of Thor 2. The
not
Dark
you.
World.
I asked Jesse.
I mean, that sounds anime enough to be correct. So yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, I was so powerful and my hatred so powerful that I could not let Johnny's opening of the show stand and had to bring myself back to life. Yeah, Johnny, I listened to it. You didn't do great.
Nope.
Good God.
I did everything out of order and soon realized I was out of order and I got all fucked up.
Look, the thing is that you tried.
No, it's not good enough in this case.
No, not
No,
5
we
years
have to
in.
support. We have to provide some support here.
It just makes me realize how much we should have been rotating the hosting duties. Because God, I'm the only one that can say the intro, and it's upsetting.
I almost stopped John to do it, but then he just kept going, and I was like, all right, I guess he's doing it now.
David, I'm begging you. Next time, do it, baby. You're a good man.
Johnny
okay.
with the hot tag.
Look, we're gonna workshop this. We're gonna run some lines. We're gonna
David
get
just
through
sits there and
this.
recognizes, like, nope, hold on.
It's
I can
like-
say
it's-
the opening to this show.
It's like that thing where the guy's about to finish him and he's in his own corner and the one guy just slaps him on the back like, hey, I'm gonna get the pin.
Exactly. Johnny is the Hangman Adam Page, and David is Big Money Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
David should have opted to steal that pin, baby. Instead, he just let Johnny flounder in the ring and do that opening. With, you know,
I don't know if being Matt Hardy is good or bad.
Very
David,
good.
it's a great thing to be Big Money Matt Hardy.
He was on our
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Who's the only like professional wrestler that's appeared on Game That Tune? Fucking Matt Hardy. It's a good thing to be Matt Hardy.
All right.
Good night.
I'm just gonna fill you in. Searched up Peter North. Found some interesting stuff.
Yes.
Just give me an up or down. Cancel.
I couldn't figure out the cancel thing. Took me to his terms of use for his website, which I then looked up his about page, and it's we got some stuff like born in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and averages 8 to 10 ejaculations per climax. It's like
okay.
yeah.
So he seems okay, right?
Yeah,
He's
seems
from-
legit.
Cool.
He's
Who's
from
gonna come,
Halifax.
though?
He's Canadian. He can't possibly be bad.
Yeah, right. The Canadian comer, man. Yeah.
You got to get him on the show.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Jesse, you're cleared based on Grimm's research, tentatively, to book
Exhausted.
Peter North as a guest for this show.
God, what if it found out he's like, oh, I love video game music.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Oh, you guys talked to Lucian Gaia twice already?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, you should have called me.
Only
Anyway,
there's only one way to find out what he thinks about video game music, and that's to give him a call and see if he'll be on the show.
Yeah.
Worst
I'll see
case,
if there's
he
a
says no.
contact page. We can do this.
God. Yeah, Johnny, send him some pictures.
We need to
Lure him
let him-
onto the show.
A letter writing campaign.
Change.org petition.
Okay, Peter North on Game That Tune.
God, I'm
It only gets 3 signatures. Like,
Put up at least
less
7.
than the number of hosts on this show. Anyway, I would like to now do the outro of the show.
yes, please.
But not before thanking Grim. Thank you, Grim, for subbing in for me at the start of the show. I apologize for the short notice, but man, when your computer needs to restart right before you start recording a podcast and install updates, it's time to tag in the guest correspondent. So I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, whenever we'll talk off cam about the Avid Day a placement ray situation. We can get through this. Or just hear me out. Like
Or the what situation? I didn't.
don't worry
quite
about it. Don't think
understand.
about it. Don't think about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool.
Talking about the Lolly Lule Low?
Just
Oh, it's a Metal Gear thing. Yeah, okay. That's
be cool. Be cool.
All right. Yeah. Up your butt. Yeah. So yeah. Thanks everybody for watching long live with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Search for Game That Tune. Thanks everybody checking out Patreon. Patreon.com/Game That Tune. We got a lot of awesome stuff that occasionally gets released. We got mixtapes, and we got Covered Up. We've got GTT gems. We got movie nights that nobody apparently wants to engage with on a Friday night, so we're going to find a different night to do those. But really, it's important that you support us there because we keep the lights on over at the GTT radio stream. So support us on Patreon. We love you guys, and we thank you for your never-ending and always welcome support. Special thanks to the Superfan tier producers: Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perkey, Taylor Weiss, Sam L, Mork, and Tasty. Bunch of fantastic fellas, a bunch of great supporters that we got over there at Patreon. Thank you to our no requester tonight, psych. But on normal episodes where we do take requests, you're welcome to make a request. Hit us up in our Discord channel, or email us gamethattune@gmail.com, or you can find us on Twitter at gamethattune. Send us a message there. Or you can find us individually on Twitter. You can find John Regan on Twitter at
JP Regan JR.
You can find David Fleming on Twitter at
EFD Fleming.
You can find Jesse Moore, the GTT champ, on Twitter at
Sega_legend.
Grim, do you have social media that you want to promote?
You can find me on Instagram at Grimmery or
Hell yeah.
meatspin.com.
Yeah.
Check out more Grim at meatspin.com. It gets the GTT seal of approval. Or you can find me on Twitter at jgangsta187. Quite frankly, I recommend Meatspin. And we're going home with bonus tunes. So we're talking about games that feature exploration, just big, wide open world, fantastic world of possibilities and songs out there. So naturally, anticipating Jesse's move, I selected music from Final Fantasy VII Remake. Everybody stand up. We're going to have a squat contest. It's the most muscular from Final Fantasy VII Remake. We fucking love you guys. Peace out, everybody. Jesus Christ. That was a severe mistake.
Fuck. I didn't know we were going to exercise tonight.
That was a mistake. Final Fantasy VII Remake is copyright too. I'm going to catch my breath.
Fuck. That's what we get for playing video games all the time.
Ah, my goddamn legs. Final Fantasy VII Remake is copyright 2020 Square Enix. Toe Jam and Earl and Panic on Funkatron is copyright 1993 Sega Games Company Limited. Illusion of Gaia is copyright 1994 Quintet Company Limited and Nintendo of America Incorporated. Super Mario Sunshine is copyright 2002 Nintendo of America Incorporated.
All right, let's all go throw up.